Okay, ladies, it is video number 3 for week 1 of our Happy Healthy Moms Inner Circle. And this video, I want to talk about mindsets to start growing, mindsets to start focusing on, mindsets to start developing, okay? And I really want to explain something here for you, okay? So there's kind of two personalities, I'm going to say, or two versions of yourself that you align with, okay? And the first personality that you align with is in your subconscious is the little girl who experienced life and who created all of these understandings and blueprints of how you're going to see the world before you were 7. Okay? This little girl, I sometimes call her the mean girl, because she lived a life, your life, and at 7 years old, all of the experiences that she had, all of the things people said to her, all of the things she's seen on TV, all of the things she absorbed from her culture, all of the things that her parents said to her, all of the things that were done to her, really created the framework for who she is. Okay, so she is just a little girl, a little hurt girl. And all of us have this little girl in her. And by the age of 7, that is when all of our understandings and subconscious map of how we view the world is made. Okay, it's all made before we're 7. And then the rest of the time, we are looking for evidence and proving to ourselves that how we view the world is this way. Okay? And I'll explain this more, but I just want you to have that understanding, okay? All of us have pain, all of us have trauma, all of us have lies that we believed when we were little girls, and most of us are acting on those beliefs and lies. Some of them are lies, some of them are true. Some of them are connected with love, but lots of them are lies, and we're connected to these lies, and we're living from this place of separation from love, this place of neglect, this place of hurt, this place of these wounds, and we don't even know it. Okay, and they're all happened from before the time we were 7. Okay, and then this other personality that I want you to imagine is this version that you were made to be. This version of a woman that is strong, that is beautiful, that is powerful, that makes an impact, that is confident, that is healthy, that is happy, that is living an amazing life. There's this woman that you are made to be, okay? And there's this little girl that you are identifying with right now. And what we want to do is we want to start befriending this little girl and saying, hey, it's okay. Hey, thank you for protecting me. Hey, thank you for looking after me. Hey, thank you for that little inner girl for going through all of this with me. And this is who I'm lining up with now. This is who I'm becoming. This is the power that I have, and this is where I'm standing. And I'm going to take the time to retrain all of these hurts and all of these lies that I've been believing all the time. And I'm going to start living aligned with this beautiful woman. Okay? And if you listen to and have started doing what am I trying to say here? If you're starting to do the meditation, that is the woman that we're starting to get to know, and that process of befriending her and befriending the little girl and aligning ourselves with this healed version of the little girl that's this amazing woman, okay? And so I'm just going to give you some mindsets now to start aligning yourself with this woman, this beautiful, strong, powerful woman that you are made to be. Okay? Not this little girl that has been with you from the beginning, but is wounded and is worn out and is tired and is anxious. Okay? We're going to be healing those wounds and showing her love and taking her on a journey to become this beautiful woman. You guys follow me? Don't be freaked out, okay? It's okay. So some things that I want you to start doing to start aligning with this woman that you're made to be, okay? I want you to start growing an attitude of gratitude, and you probably heard that before, but I really think this is huge. And this is probably one of the first things that really started making a huge impact in my anxiety, was really taking time to be grateful for what I have and being grateful for the moment. And so what I would do is when I could start feeling these anxious moments rise up in me and my anxiety to start, like, and my heart would beat faster and I would feel heavy on my shoulders and I'd just like crumple into myself, I would take this gratitude to like being really, really focused on gratitude. Okay, so I would take a moment and I'd take a deep breath and I would look around and think of things that I was grateful for. And then I would close my eyes and think of moments in my day that I was grateful for, like holding my baby and what it felt like to hold her and what her hair smelled like and what it felt like with the, like how my feet felt on the ground and how the like light was shining in and what sounds I could hear, what my, like relive that moment in as much detail as possible and let your heart just fill with gratitude. And I would do that, like I would think of 10 things like that, so that it really just like snaps your brain out of that negative anxiety loop and starts retraining it for retraining it for gratitude. And that is powerful, you guys. The retraining that we can have and the rewiring of our brains is huge. That's where we change our mental health. That's where we change from anxious to living a life of health and happiness. Okay? I'm going to dive more into this later, but neuroplasticity and the effects that we can have on changing our brains by being really, really intentional about our thoughts is huge. And the first step is awareness. That's why I wanted you to be aware of your thoughts. And this time just start focusing on things that are going to snap your brain out of those negative things and really start bringing you back and aligning you to the woman you are made to be, okay? Another thing is abundance. And maybe you don't understand what I mean by abundance, but that means like I can look after myself and I can look after my kids. There's more than enough time. There's more than enough love for me to love my family and to love myself. There's more than enough time for me to take good care of my family and take good care of me. There's more than enough time. There's more than enough. There's more than enough. Okay? It doesn't have to be either or. It can be both and more. Okay? You don't have to sacrifice your well-being for other people's well-being. And this is so hard because we're taught this from early as well. But I want you to really start telling yourself and believing that you can be a good mom and you can take time for yourself. You can be a good mom and you can have whatever you need, like a hot bath, or you can be a good mom and you can go and spend time with your girlfriends, or you could be, whatever it needs to be, okay? So this abundance means that there's more than enough. There is enough out there for everyone. There is enough love out there for everyone. For me, there's enough love out there for you too, okay? Third one is curiosity, and we talked a lot about that in the other video, but becoming curious about your emotions. becoming curious about your emotions. And I think that's all I'll say about that one because we talked a lot about it, but really start becoming curious about patterns in your life, about emotions that keep coming up, about thoughts that keep coming up, okay? Acceptance. I want you to start accepting where you are at. Stop trying to change everything right at once. Just accept that where you are at is okay. Accept that where you are at is good. Accept that you are on a beautiful journey. Accept that, yes, maybe you have made some mistakes, but you are an imperfect person who is still valuable, who is still worthy, even when she makes mistakes. Okay? That is huge. So self-acceptance doesn't mean that you're that you don't you don't have to be perfect to accept yourself, or you don't have to be at a certain level to accept where you're at. Okay? Faith. This is a huge one. Faith that that things are going to turn out. Faith that you are on the right path. Faith that you are loved. Faith that good things are coming. Faith that you have power to change your life. Faith that you are deeply and powerfully and inexplainably loved, you guys. Faith that even when you are struggling, you are on the right journey. Even when you are feeling alone, that you are being guided. Okay? And then the next one is ownership. I want you to start taking ownership of your life. And I don't want you to hear me like coming down hard on you, but this is huge. Own your power. Take ownership of your power. If you're in a really miserable spot, and this is what I had to do, and it was hard, but it's also empowering. I realized that my panic attacks and my anxiety and my depression and my lack of self-confidence and my irritability and my frustrations with my husband were all my shit. Okay? It's all my shit. And I made my life suck because I chose to live in that and respond to that every single second of every single day. And I decided that it was okay for me to be a victim to that every single day. And I decided to feel sorry for myself. And I decided to live in that shitstorm that I had created. Okay, hope you don't be offended that I use shit. Okay, so start taking ownership of your life. And I say this with all the love that I just given you love. Okay, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. But you need to take ownership. You have so much power over your life. And I had so much power over my life that I made it suck. But at the same time, I realized I am doing this to myself. And if I'm making my life suck this much, I can make it freaking awesome. I have the power to totally flip the script. And that's going to be one heck of a hard journey. And I'm going to have to push myself and let go of the lies and take ownership of all of the junk that I've been believing. And I'm going to have to stop living as this little girl, this little hurt girl, and start lining up with this powerful woman that I'm supposed to be. So start taking ownership of how powerful you are. Start taking ownership of who you are supposed to be and how you're supposed to impact the world and how you are living up and living loved. Love you, okay? Harsh talk here, but I love you. And the next one is boundaries. I want you to really start creating some boundaries for yourself. And really, this one's hard too. Guys, you are on a hard but beautiful journey. Believe it, okay? And it's not so hard that you can't get there. You are tough. You are strong. You are powerful. You are a warrior for being here. So I want you to start building some boundaries for yourself. When overwhelm comes, how will you respond? That's what a boundary is. When you start feeling this, how are you going to respond? What are you going to do? When you start feeling jealous, are you immediately going to start feeling or start condemning yourself and judging yourself and pushing down those emotions? Or are you going to take a step back and get curious? Okay, I want you to start thinking about boundaries that way. As when I start feeling this, or when this starts happening, I will do this. Boundaries are all about what you are going to do. When I start feeling like my husband's happiness is all my burden to carry, I am going to blank. What are you going to do? How are you going to process that? Are you going to remember that he is an imperfect human and he is also responsible for his own happiness and he is an adult, so that is his job? And you can love and support him without carrying that huge burden? We're going to go more into this later, but I want you guys to start thinking about that. So mindsets to start growing: gratitude, abundance, curiosity, acceptance, faith, ownership, and boundaries. And I just want you to, one more thing. When things start popping up, like mindsets that we talked about to watch for, I want you to be thankful. Be like, oh, thanks. This is giving me a new opportunity to grow. This is giving me a new opportunity to know myself better. This is giving me a new opportunity to forgive myself for something that I've been stuffing down for years. Okay? You guys, I'm so, so proud of you. This is our first week. This is the end of the first week. And this week was all about becoming aware of who you are and where you are and what is happening in your mind, in your body, and in your heart. I'm so proud of you. You are loved and you are on a beautiful journey. I'll see you later.